They were completely broke. Rent was due, and they had no way to pay it. No investors, no support. Just an idea people thought was crazy. Let strangers sleep in your home? Almost everyone said no, but they didn't quit. And what they built next changed how the entire world travels. Welcome to Fluent Mind English, where you improve your English and your mindset at the same time. Today's story will help you think better and speak better. Let's begin. They weren't trying to change the world. They were just trying to survive. Money was gone, bills were waiting, and rent was due. They looked at each other with the same question. What do we do now? There were no easy answers, no backup plan, no one coming to save them, just pressure and time running out. So they did something unusual, something small, almost desperate. They looked around their space and thought, what if we could use this, not as a home, but as an opportunity? The idea sounded strange, even risky. Let strangers stay with you, sleep in your space. At that time, it didn't make sense. People didn't trust strangers like that. It wasn't normal. But they didn't have normal options, so they tried it anyway. They made space, prepared everything they could, and waited, not knowing if anyone would show up. At first, nothing happened. Silence. Doubt started to grow. Maybe this won't work. But then, someone showed interest. One person, then another. It wasn't much, but it was enough. Enough to believe this idea might work. So they took it further, built a simple way to share it. A basic platform, nothing perfect, just something that worked. And they launched it, hoping people would understand. But most didn't. They looked at it and said, no, this is weird. This won't work. Why would anyone do this? The rejection came fast, and it didn't stop. Investors said no. Friends doubted them. Even people close to them didn't believe. It felt like everything was against them. The idea was too different, too unfamiliar, too early. And slowly, the pressure came back. Money was still a problem. Time was still running out. And now, doubt was louder than ever. There were moments when quitting felt easier, more logical, more realistic. But something inside them didn't agree. Because they had seen something, even if it was small, even if it was uncertain. They had proof. People used it. People needed it. So they kept going, not perfectly, not confidently, but consistently. They improved little by little, made it easier, made it clearer, made it safer. Focused on trust, because that was the biggest problem. People didn't trust strangers. So they worked on that, built systems, added protection, improved experience, step by step. It started to change, slowly. More people tried it, then more, then even more. Something shifted. What once felt strange started to feel possible, then normal, then valuable. The same idea people rejected started gaining attention, not because it changed completely, but because people finally understood it. And once they understood it, they couldn't ignore it. Growth started small, then it accelerated. More homes, more users, more trust. And suddenly, it wasn't just an idea anymore. It was a movement. Airbnb began to grow globally. Cities, countries, continents. People everywhere, using something that once sounded crazy. And the same question came back, but in a different way. How did this even work? The answer was simple. Believed. Even when everything said, this won't work. Because sometimes, the best ideas don't look good at the beginning. They look strange, uncomfortable, risky, until one day, they don't. And by then, it's too late to ignore them. They weren't experts. They didn't have everything figured out. They were just people, trying to solve a problem. And that's what made it real. Not perfect, but real. And that's why it worked. Because it started with a real need, not a perfect plan, not a big investment, just survival and a decision to try something different. Sometimes that's all it takes. One idea, one risk, one moment when you decide not to quit. Because you never know, that small idea might be the one that changes everything. If this story made you think, don't just watch, because the next idea could be yours. And it might sound crazy too. That doesn't mean it's wrong. Remember, success is not about starting strong. It's about not quitting. Keep going, even when it's hard. If this video helped you improve your English, make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel for more. And if you want to keep improving, watch this next story right here. It will help you even more.